get started, I'm going to bring out my boy Gio. I'm sorry, I'm not doing the presentation today, you guys. Yeah, can we go? Don't love it. Don't love it. All right. Why are we here tonight, you guys?
Water.
What are we here to learn about? Water.
Soda.
Soda!
Technically.
All right, you guys. So let me introduce myself, and then I'm going to bring out the boy who's presenting tonight. You guys know?
No.
Woo! We need, you guys need to we need some more energy up in here. Let's go! There we go. All right, so my name's Ryan Bell. I actually got my Kangen machine in 2014. I noticed so it's been a minute, you guys. I noticed a 10x increase in my energy immediately, a 10x improvement in my sleep immediately. I reached out to my nutritionist, naturopathic doctor, Dr. Moika. Some of you guys know her. And she told me, she was like, hey, you're experiencing normal energy and normal sleep for the first time in your life. This is how you're supposed to feel. And when that happened, I was like, whoa, if the water did that for me, just imagine what it could do for so many other people. And that's when I became passionate about sharing this with the world, because I was working 12-hour shifts as an EMT, working the 911 system prior to this, and I didn't see a future in that. Maybe in some of you guys have been in a position where you were on a wrong path. That was me. And so when I saw this business opportunity, I was like, wow, I could get behind a product and share it with the masses. And by 2016, I was able to replace my income. And now for the last handful of years, we've touched over 3,000 families in 30 countries with the Kangen machine, you guys.
Let's
and
go!
It's remarkable. Best business, best product, best company, best team on planet Earth. So you guys are in for a treat, because you guys are going to learn from the boy Gio, who has the #1 team in Italy right now, you guys. So if you're here and you want to learn all the science behind the water, you're in the right room, because you're going to learn from Gio. If you're here and you want to learn how to have a lot of fun, this dude has built the biggest team in Italy on planet Earth, so you're going to learn how to have a lot of fun. If you guys are here and you want to learn how to help a lot of people, which is where I was, you're in the right room, because Gio's helping hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people every single month. And then finally, if you guys are here because you want to learn how to change your life and earn a big income, you're in the right room, because Gio's here and he's going to teach you how. Man, he's going to go into his income. I don't want to take the spotlight from him, but everyone, give it a round of applause for Gio. Let's go, bro!
Thank you, brother. Let's go!
Super excited to be here. We've been traveling for a while, but we're finally back, so I'm very, very excited to be here. Thank you so much, by the way, Ryan, for the amazing introduction. I got a lot of pressure on me, right? So, yeah, let's go straight to the point. My name is Gio. I was born and raised in Italy, as you can probably tell. I moved here in California in 2012. This is not what I did before. I actually got involved in this in a very particular way. Raise your hand if someone, some crazy person about dragged you here that couldn't stop talking about the water. I'm just kidding. Don't raise your hand. You're lucky if that happened to you, because the way I got involved, I met a girl on Tinder, and I end up in a room like this. That was how I got involved. So, serious, it's a true story. I know, that's how I got involved in this. So, I end up in a room like this with about 80 to 100 people, I think. Back in the days, it was at Equinox in Irvine. And has anybody been in that room to that presentation? Few people, the OGs like me, right? So I walk into this room and I see 80 people. I don't know any single person in that room. And I walk in and I see a very particular device connected to the water line, and people were taking the water out of it, they were drinking it. And I thought, the first thing that I thought is I'm there to see a water filter, something like, Culligan, Brita, reverse osmosis. You guys know what's out there, right? Something like that, right? What am I supposed to think? People are drinking out of it. They're drinking water, so I'm thinking it's cleaning the water, makes it clean so people can drink it, water filter. And then they told me the price, and I was laughing so hard in the back, because the car I drove to go to that presentation was half the price of that machine, and I never spent more than that amount in my whole entire life. So when I hear $5 grand, I'm like, I don't care what this thing does. There is no way. I don't even want to hear what it does, because I cannot buy, right? Raise your hand if you ever thought something like that, right? That's crazy. But again, I'm thinking water filter, $5 grand, I'm out right away. And then I hear people in the room that were talking to each other, and I'm like, hey, I've been drinking this water. It's helping me with this. It's helping me with that. And I'm like, come on, guys, it's water. How can it help? It's water. How can it help you with all those things? Come on. And just so you know, guys, if you guys think people here are skeptical, go to Italy and sell to an Italian. Like, I mean, we're the most skeptical people in the whole entire world because there's more fraud and scam in Italy than the whole world combined. And they're so good in Italy. If you've never been to Italy, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you are, you know. They're so good in Italy at scamming you that even if you know you're about to get scammed, you're still gonna get scammed. That's how good they are in Italy. They're like, you know. So I don't believe anything. Like in Italy, we don't even believe each other. It's like even if my mom would tell me about the water, I'm like, come on, it's just water, right? So I just don't believe any of the stories. I already had a wall, right? So then I saw the presentation, and nobody told me that this machine, by the way, was actually licensed, registered, sold as a medical equipment. I had no idea. If I walk in a hospital and I see this next to a bunch of medical equipment, you tell me the price, automatically I digest the price better. Right? Does it make sense? Every medical equipment costs $5,000, $10,000. It's like a medical equipment. Makes sense, right? I didn't know it was going to make 7 different types of water. Back in the days, I only knew still water and sparkling water. So when someone told me make 7 different types of water, I'm like, what do you mean? I was thinking like, you know, cherry flavor, strawberry, you know, what do you mean 7 types of water? What are you talking about? Like, I mean, before walking into the room, unless you own a machine, have you ever heard of like 7 types of water? It makes, what do you mean, right? Like, that's what I'm thinking, right? So I didn't know when you press one of the buttons right here, I have it right here. It makes water that's the same pH of your skin and your hair. It's called the beauty water, 5.5 pH. Most of the ladies know what I'm talking about because they use facial toner. The guys, I don't know if they use facial toner, but this machine, by pressing that button, it makes a liquid that has the same exact pH of your skin and your hair. And I know a lot of people don't know me here, but I used to be ugly before. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see the difference right now. A little bit, right? Just a little bit. I'm just kidding, but it's incredible for your skin and your hair. Like, I mean, I never had clear skin in my whole entire life, no matter my diet, no matter what product I use. Raise your hand, you know someone like that never had clear skin. That was me. I got to a point even that I grow my hair here, and I used to like use the flat, I don't know what's the
flat iron.
Yeah, the flat iron to cover my forehead because I always had pimples and I hated it, right? So I never had clear skin. This thing is like, some people call this the sexy water. You know why, right? The beauty water. And for the ladies, think about a machine that makes unlimited facial toner for the rest of your life, chemical free. Right? Just that could be worth $5,000 maybe in the long term, right? I didn't know when you press another button right here, it would produce 2 waters at the same time. And I'm going to explain in a second how the machine works, but basically, when you press this button, like, the water comes out of here and here, 2 different hoses, right? So when you press the red button, out of the bottom hose, you produce water that is very, very acidic. It's called the 2.5 strong acidic water. This water right here, it kills bacteria, like salmonella, E. coli, staph, mold, fungus, 99.999 of germs, bacteria, and viruses. So think about that. They use this in Japanese hospitals to sterilize surgical equipment. And think about in Japan, they have the lowest percentage of infection in the hospital in the world. Why? Because you can use water all day long. There's no side effects, no chemicals, and it will kill all bacteria better than any chemicals. So think about having that in your house. Who's brand new here? Can you please raise up your hand? Real quick? Okay. Anybody? I know who's new. Come on, guys. I've been here a few times. Okay. Can you tell everybody what this smells like? Just...
Uh-oh.
Right? We are strong, right? Anybody here new?
I'm new.
Can you tell everybody what this smells like?
Oh.
Oh, it smells like,
It's like chlorine.
like chlorine, right? Can you tell everybody just to confirm? Right? Pretty strong. All it is water. There's nothing added to this, and it kills all bacteria. I got this from my house. We have it in the kitchen. We do this. We wash a hand. You can use this as a mouthwash. And look at this. Right? Can you do that with your Clorox? Probably not. Don't do it at home, by the way. I'm not going to be liable for that, right? But why can I do that? I can put it in my eyes and in my mouth if it's like bleach. Because all it is
Water.
water. There's nothing added to it. So think about having a tool in your house. That you press the button, you can make as much as you want, and it kills all bacteria. We use this to like clean our floor, our toilets. We use it as a mouthwash. We add peppermint oil, better than any Listerine you can buy. Chemical free, you can make as much as you want, and it's completely healthy for you. So, I had no idea about all those things. Remember, I'm thinking water filter. I never heard like a reverse osmosis that does that, right? Or a Culligan or a Brita. Some people tell me, oh, it's okay, I got a Brita. You see, like we're talking about 2 different complete items. We're not filtering water here. This is like a medical device that makes amazing things, right? And then, and this water, by the way, I've said that it's amazing for eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, like you would not believe if I tell you how quick this stuff works. Does anybody here in this room knows, or maybe you, that had benefits by using the 2.5 with eczema or psoriasis, or you know anybody who did, right? Look around, right? Water filter don't do that, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes not even medication do that, right? So this water is incredible. One of my favorite water, like just so you know, like if you buy a device that makes this water, the 2.5, it costs $5,000 just to make this water. Look it up, like to produce hypochlorous acid, it costs over $5,000. This machine makes it just with one button. And on the other side, it produces the 11.5 pH water, which I'm going to explain also in the presentation. And this water right here has the ability to emulsify oils and fat. And because of that, it can remove the pesticides of your produce, which is incredible. And if you put this water into a spray bottle, it will out-clean any cleaner that you have in your kitchen combined. You're like, wait, how can water can out-clean my cleaners? Anybody can prove that this 11.5?
Yeah.
Isn't the craziest thing how water cleans better than any chemical cleaner? It beats any degreaser. Like we test this against any degreaser that you can buy, and you will beat every single one of them. And I make that in my kitchen by pressing a button, and there's no chemicals. And I mean, if you haven't seen the demo, by the way, you're gonna freak out tonight. I'm just letting you know. So like I did the first time, right? So back to my story. I see all those things, and at the end of the presentation, I still, I'm not in school, but I didn't believe any of the story. It was too good to be true for me. And I bought the machine for two reasons. One, because I saw the guy, Colton, removing the pesticides off the tomatoes, and I tried the tomatoes, and I couldn't believe it myself. I'm like, oh my God, those are completely different. And number two, because that machine was going to save me a lot of money in the long term. I was really good with numbers. I'm also going to explain that in the second part of the presentation. So I figured out a way, I financed the machine, I get it, I start drinking the water, I'm all excited. I was already really healthy, thank God. Didn't have any health condition, so I wasn't expecting any miracle or anything like that. The only thing I noticed with the water, I had more energy, I slept better, and all the supplements that I was taking, I could notice that they were like a lot stronger just by changing the water. But besides that, and then when I was doing a workout for my legs, I used to do really heavy leg workout because I used to play professional on the sand. So if I do legs on Monday, you see me like this on Tuesday, right? That's how I say we crush our legs, right? And when I was drinking this water, I was like recovering a lot faster and I was not getting sore. And I'm like, this can't be the water, it's a placebo effect, I'm just in a good shape. It's, I'm trying to give all these excuses, because even if I bought a machine, I'm like, this cannot be the water, right? But it wasn't until I gave the water to my mom that everything changed for me, because my mom came to see me from Italy to California with my dad. And my mom was struggling her whole life with digestive issues, food allergies, high blood pressure. She was in and out of the hospital pretty much every other month. And she tried everything, every pill, every doctor, every diet. She removed everything out of her diet. Because every time she was eating something, we never knew what was causing it. She had an allergic reaction. We always thought she was going to die, right? It was like she became like purple, like I'll go to the hospital, and like every single time. And we test every food. She wasn't allergic to any of them. So she was on high blood pressure medication. The doctor gave her this pill that she had to take every day of her life. And every time she didn't take it or she would forget, big problems all the time. Anybody with high blood pressure? Mm-hmm. My grandma was taking 4 of those. So like you're probably familiar with that, right? So my mom came here, and at first she's like, I don't want to drink the water because already I'm very sensitive to anything that I eat. Like I don't want to do something in US because in Italy healthcare is free. In US, like if you have a cold, it's at $7,000, like right? I'm like, what? Like I don't want to get sick, right? Like it's crazy, right? In Italy, it's free the healthcare. So my mom's like, I don't want to do anything that I don't know how I'm gonna react. So I have to like literally force my mom, like, Mom, if there is anything you do, this is the thing you do because it's healthy water. I'm drinking every day, and your son drink the water, right? So I forced my mom to drink the water. I said, I'm not buying bottled water. Whatever you do, this is the only water you can drink. So she started drinking the water, and the first 3 or 4 days were kind of hard for her, to be honest. She was like back and forth in the bathroom, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. I said, what is this water? Like, you're not gonna believe the things that are coming out of my body. This is not good. This can't be good for me. My mom's freaking out. I'm like, come see, like, I don't wanna see. Like, I get it. She's like, oh God, what did you give me? But at first she was scared. I'm like, Mom, just trust this. Like, imagine if this stuff is coming out of your body in that way. Do you want to keep it inside or do you want it out, right? So trust me, you're gonna feel better, right? I know a little bit about detox. So, long story short, she stayed here 20 days, and after this detox, her skin got better, she started losing weight, she started feeling a lot better, goes back to Italy. She realized it was the water, and she buys the machine. And it didn't happen overnight, but I have a couple of pictures here. This is my beautiful mom, Sylvia. And it didn't happen overnight, but within 6 months of her drinking the water every single day, she went to the doctor because she was not feeling good. And she went to the doctor, and the doctor said, your blood pressure is too low. So took up the medication, and she said, wow, your blood pressure is perfect. What have you been doing? And that never happened in her life. If you know anybody that struggles with high blood pressure, you know that's not common, right? So her blood pressure became completely normal, and the medication was making it too low. So the doctor said, you can't take the medication anymore, you're perfect. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. She gets a colonoscopy completely clean. Her gut's completely clean. The doctor said, I don't know what you're doing, it's working. Just keep it that way. That was like 6.5, 7 years ago actually, now. And now, my mom, since then, never been to the hospital again, ate every single food that I ate before and caused a reaction, never took one pill ever again in 7 years. And, you know, I know we can make health claims, by the way, guys. If you're brand new, you're like, wow, I was like you. I was in the back, I'm like, come on, dude, like, this is water, right? But I'm not telling you that this water is going to cure, prevent, heal, or treat absolutely nothing. Because that's not actually what the water does. You're going to see in the presentation. There's nothing that can heal or cure or treat your body. Only your body can do so if you put your body in the right condition to do so. And there's a lot of things that we're doing every day that we're not aware that are preventing our body to do what it's supposed to do naturally, which is healing itself. Because the body is supposed to heal itself. When you cut yourself, it's going to heal, right? When you're a baby, you cut yourself, you heal really fast. When you're older, really slow, right? So your body knows how to heal. It's just that there's a lot of things that we're doing every day that I was not aware, that are preventing your body to do what it's supposed to do naturally. But it's not the water that is curing you or healing you or anything like that. Right? Just want to be clear. But that's what made everything different for me, because when I saw that happening with my mom, I said, just imagine how many other people we can help all over the world. And I became really passionate about this. Because for me, I didn't have a crazy story. I thought it made sense. It saved me money. I don't even care if it works or not. Just give it to me, right? I'm an easy, sometimes I'm skeptical, but then when I see the point, okay, I want it, right? So that's what happened with me and my mom. And that's why I'm here today, 8 years later. So the first thing that I wanted to find out is, how did I even come up with this idea of this machine? Because I'm like, well, how does it even work? Why they make it like that, right? And what I found out is that there's several places in the world where actually this water occurs naturally. Some like aquifers. And the only one that I knew was this one right here. And if you're Catholic, you know what I'm talking about, Lourdes, France, because it bleeds into the religion. They believe the Mother of God is healing people, and people have been going there for thousands of years. There's even a book with miracles of people drinking this water, which I never believed. And I believe in God, but I just could not connect the dots. I'm like, come on, guys, this is water. That people I thought people were crazy. Like, oh my, come on, you can go there, drink the water, and you heal, right? But then the scientists start studying all those waters, because there's 7 of them all around the world, and all the people that are going to those aquifers, they were feeling some kind of benefits, right? So they start studying. They wanted to figure out why those people were feeling those benefits. And you can Google this stuff. I'm not making this stuff up. You can go to Lourdes, France tomorrow. You're going to see a line with thousands and thousands of people, and they call it the holy water, right? So, and again, I didn't believe any of that, but I know it was a thing where people were going to those places. There's one actually in Germany, inside a cave, where there's an electromagnetic charge from the earth, which I'm going to explain in a second. And that's what the scientists found out, that this water, there was actually an abundance of molecular hydrogen, or active hydrogen, which we knew as alkaline water back in the days. But now you cannot confuse it, because now if we say alkaline water, you could think of this. And I'm going to explain with you how this is not alkaline water, but I'm going to share this in a second. So the scientists find out this water is loaded with this molecular hydrogen, which is a gas. And it dissipates once you take it away from the source. That's why you cannot bottle it. That's why they don't sell this water in the store. Because once you remove it from the source, it will be gone. It's a gas, right? So what this company did, and by the way, I work with a lot of doctors in 8 years of this career. I'm very, very lucky to have this opportunity. Because when I first looked at this, I went on Google to research right away. I'm like, hey, let's Google Kangen water. And I found out thousands of hey, it's a miracle water, and thousands of it's a total scam, snake oil, don't buy, it's gonna hurt you. Alkaline water, anybody been there? Yeah. You look at Google and wait, those are 2 completely different opinions. They're all backed up by good people, right? Which one do I believe? Then I found out that Google is not really the best way to figure out what's the truth, right? Because you can go on Google and it's hey, are eggs good or bad? You're gonna find 1,000 articles. You shouldn't eat eggs, especially now, right? Eggs are the healthiest food in the world. And they're all doctor with a PhD or whatever, and like, which one do you believe? So Google is not a source of truth. It's like whatever you can find a different opinion. So which one do you believe? I work with doctors, and they told me, hey, that's why you're confused. You gotta go on this website. Only the scientific research is published. That is a government website, and you need to know how to look for it. Because if you can type Kangen water, Kangen is just a Japanese word that means return to origin. So you're not gonna find a scientific research on something that has been trademarked, right? But if you go on PubMed and type molecular hydrogen, there's hundreds of thousands of studies. A lot of them are recent, actually, and on the benefits of this gas, which is unbelievable. You're gonna see it everywhere. There's already a company that makes like tablets and all that stuff. It's going like all over the world, and that's how you wanna research this water. And that's the key benefit of this water also. Because a lot of people are like, oh, it's just because it's alkaline, it's good. This is the reason why Kangen water is good. Molecular hydrogen gas. So if you wanna write it down, we'll take a screenshot. So a company named Enagic, 20 years later, they came and hold the technology to replicate what was happening in nature, which is the water was getting charged electrically, whether it was from the earth or from the sky, right? So they started making machines, and at first the technology was used in Japan only in hospitals with way, way bigger machines, not even from our company before, and they were huge, right? And when they started making those machines, the demand in Japan was so high that they sold 300,000 units in their first day when they started making the first machine that you can put in your home. The company name is Enagic. It was 1974. Back then, now we have to update this. I think we're 49 years old this year. We're about to celebrate our 49th anniversary. And this company is an OEM, so it's original equipment manufacturer, which is very, very important. When you buy something that you're gonna give to your kids and to your family, and for the rest of your life you're gonna put it inside, you don't wanna go cheap. That's my advice, guys. Like, either get the best or don't even do it if you have to go cheap. Because like cheap is gonna get you cheap result. There's no, right? So this one is the most expensive on the market for a reason. This is the only company in the world that actually don't buy the parts, but they make every single piece that make that machine. Every single piece inside that machine is made, produced in our factory in Osaka, Japan, checked by our engineer, tested multiple times, and then they set it up. So this is the best one, the most expensive one, and we don't apologize about that, right? Ferrari is not gonna go to, I don't know, Ford, and like, I'm so sorry I cost more, let me lower the price. No, I'm a Ferrari, you're a Ford, whatever. Like, you know, if you want a Ford, you get a Ford. If you want a Ferrari, you come to us, right? You don't apologize. When you have the best one, it's like that. So that's the company, a little bit about the company. And I thought, like, the first time I never heard this company. And it's a privately held company. It's not public. And this is the best thing, by the way. For a lot of people think it's not, but it's the best thing possible. They do not advertise. They never will. They don't accept any investor. Rock solid company with no debt. And I thought, like, what is Enagic? How can a company that this big I never heard about it? It's not possible, right? And then I found out they actually have thousands and thousands of employees all over the world. They actually just opened 3 new offices, Nigeria, UK, and then they're opening one in Spain as well. So they have thousands of employees like all over the world. It's huge. They own golf courses, baseball team. Like, they just bought a golf course in East Lake in San Diego. Have anybody been there? Yeah. Unbelievable. The company purchased that for the distributor. You can go there and play golf, and you're gonna see the Enagic golf carts and the Enagic golf balls. Right? Unbelievable. So the company is huge, rock solid company. How come we don't know about it? It's privately held. They never advertise, and they never will, and they don't need. Like, have you ever seen a commercial of Ferrari on TV? Does Ferrari need a commercial, or when you see a Ferrari, you automatically know it's Ferrari, right? Only certain things that need, like, you know, commercial. You know, this is like the Ferrari of the water. We have all the certification. I'm not gonna go into that. You can look it up online, enagic.com. You're gonna find all the certifications. The only one I like to briefly talk about it are those 3. The ISO certification. If there's any engineer in the room, they automatically know what I'm talking about, and that's all they need to see, not even to see this whole presentation. When they see that, and ask any engineer, hey, do you know about those? And like, yes. So ISO, they give the strictest guideline for manufacturing in the world. So, and they're really, really hard to get and to keep. So Enagic has 3 of them. One for the quality of the systems, one for the environment. We're fighting one of the biggest problems on Earth, which is the plastic. The most important one is the ISO 13485, which is not for water filter, it's for medical equipment. So not only this is a medical equipment, but it's a Rolls Royce of medical equipment. It's certified by ISO. As a matter of fact, with this certification right here, you can go in any airport, travel with your machine and bring a gallon of Kangen water on every flight in the world. Has anybody brought Kangen water on plane?
Yes.
Right? And they think like, oh, shut up, it's not possible, right? I travel all over the world, and I've been through with Kangen water everywhere. The hardest one was London, so be ready. London, be ready, go prepare, print everything, because this is the hardest one, but any other in the world, I was able to take the water. the water. So this one, just to make an example, if you're like a watch company and you have one of these, probably it's a Rolex. If you're a car company, you have one of these, probably it's like a Mercedes-Benz or a Rolls-Royce. You get the point, right? Only the best of the best gets certified by ISO, and that's why an airplane needs this before it can fly. Those are 3 products. I'm a huge fan of all the 3, like the Anespa, the shower, because once you understand how important is the water you drink, you also know that when you take a shower, your pores are open, and everything you shower with is like you're drinking it, pretty much. It goes inside. So I'm a huge fan of this. I call this the oh my god shower. Ask anybody who has it why. And I travel all over the world. We travel all over the world with this in our luggage and this in our hand luggage, and then carry on. And I take the turmeric supplement as well for like the last 7 years. I call this the triangle of health. So we're gonna talk about the machine today, but those are the 3 products that we have. How does the machine work? Thank you, baby. Round of applause for my future wife. So here's how the machine works. I explained a little bit of it, but basically it has a double carbon antibacterial filter which will clean the water and sterilize the water. And then inside here, there's 8 medical grade platinum deep titanium plates. So this titanium, it's like the engine of the machine. It's 99.97 pure titanium. And that's why this one is the most expensive on the market. You're not gonna find any company in the world that use pure titanium. They use 96%, 97, 95%. And because the last 5% is made with cheap metal, they can't hold that much electrical power. Therefore, they can never produce, doesn't matter what they say online, they can never produce any water even close to this one. With as any competitor on the market, no one can, let's say Magic is here, like there's probably a company that's at least here, the closest one is here. Like there's not even like, we don't have competition, I'm sorry to say that, and we test all of them. So please bring any machine and we'll test all of them. But this is the best one out there. And there's titanium filter, and the way it works, the water comes in and it comes out in 2 different waters. So what does the machine do? Like it splits the water from H2O into H2 and OH. So basically it splits the water. So it makes 2 waters out of 1 water. One is rich in hydrogen and full with alkaline minerals, like potassium, magnesium, and calcium, right? And the other one is rich in oxygen and is very, very acidic. So it separates the alkaline from the acidic, hydrogen from oxygen. And the one that we drink is hydrogen-rich water. It is important that it's alkaline because the alkaline minerals are conductor of electricity, and you want electric charge in the water. That's why it's important that it's alkaline. But if the water is alkaline and there's no electric charge in the water, it doesn't mean anything for you, because alkaline in nature means electric, right? Think about a battery. Acid is that alkaline energy, right? So that's the same thing for our body. Alkaline is healthy, acid is not good, right? So we have 3 different levels of alkaline water, 8.5, 9, and 9.5, simply because if it happens what happened with my mom, you can actually lower the pH to the 8.5 and gradually work your way up, and you will have a little bit better detox. Because those are very, very different. A lot lighter. The 8.5 is a lot lighter than the 9.5. So you can work your way up based on how you feel. You don't have to go like, I told my mom, just do the 9.5, just do it fast. But if that happens to you, it's like, hey, I don't want to go to the bathroom every day like that. Just start slow. Do 5 days here, 5 days here, and then eventually you'll be here. That's why we have those 3 waters. We have a neutral water, 7.0. This one is not ionized, and the reason why we have this is for baby formula or for medication. Can you drink Kangen water if you take medication? Absolutely. I can't tell you how many people we help, but let's say you're taking medication at 7 p.m. You can drink Kangen water all the way to 6:30. At 7 p.m. you use this water, and then 7:30 you go back to Kangen water. In that 1 hour window, try to just keep it neutral. Why? Nothing would really happen if you do take Kangen water with medication. It's just a safety measure from the company because the medication is designed for you to be absorbed in the time that it's supposed to be absorbed. And when you drink Kangen water, you absorb everything better, which is great for food, supplement, not too much for medication, right? You don't want to absorb like more. So that's the waters, the beauty water, I explained it, the 2.5, 11.5, I already explained it. 5 years full warranty, lasts 30 to 35 years. How do we know? Company's been around for 49 years, and they only say what we can prove. There's a lot of company out there, I saw the website online, hey, our machine lasts 15 to 20 years. And I'm like, when is the company created? 2 years ago. I'm like, how can you make that claim? You're just guessing, right? How do you know your product's gonna last 15 years? There's no proof whatsoever, but anybody can say whatever they want online. Right? I see a lot of people that they see this and then they go home and the first website they see, they don't even check anything. It's like, hey, I love Kangen water. If that person says I do like Kangen but I'm cheaper, I'm just gonna go with that one. And then they find a machine that doesn't work. Like we have plenty of those that then came back. So buy nice, not twice, my advice. Phenomenal for pets. I'm gonna tell you a quick story real quick and then we're gonna go right into the demo and I'm gonna speed this up so we end up at the same time. My dad, this is how skeptical people are in Italian. This is my best friend, my dad's best friend and his wife or girlfriend. So my dad gave them water for about a week and brought him water. And after a week, this guy called my dad. He's like, "What did you put in that water?" My dad was like, really excited. Like, Gio, like I think he felt something. He told me like, "I need to talk to you. What did you put in that water?" So he called him, and the guy said like, "Listen, like I didn't want to disrespect you. Like we looked it up. And we think it's a total scam. Like we didn't want to put that in our body. Like my girlfriend did a lot of research. She found out on Google, whatever. So we didn't drink it. But they breed golden retrievers, and they have 16 dogs, and they have cats, they have chickens, they have like huge farm, whatever, right? And they don't hang out in the house. I've been there multiple times. So this mega home is like 3 floors. And this guy said, I didn't want to throw it away, so what I did, one of the floors, I put the Kangen water for the dogs. In 1 week, all the dogs were going back and forth to the Kangen water. Not one single animal drank one sip of the other water. And there was water everywhere, all around the house. All the animals went right there. Cats, chicken, they were like, what the heck did you put in that water? That's what they told my dad, really. It's a conversation I had. And this guy said, well, wait, you can't really scam the dog. It's really, either they know or they don't. I mean, because we're skeptical, but we're also, it's logical, right? You can't scam the dog, you can't scam the cat, you can't scam the chicken. I'm like, wow, if all the animals are going there, it must be different. And they actually bought a machine. Now they're like, she's almost a 5'8", by the way. She's like crushing it. She made like $12,000 last month. And but so if you have anybody that is skeptical, but they know they have a pet, say, hey, hold on a second. Let me talk to your dog first. We'll talk to you. Google, whatever, just give it to your dog, right? That's gonna work all the time. I've done plenty of this. So that's a funny story. So let's get into the demo right away. We all know that our body is made 80% water, 75%. We all know this since probably elementary school, right? Anybody has learned this in school? Yeah. Like, yeah, we all know it's made of water. So we focus so much on diet and exercise, which is great, by the way. So keep eating healthy, keep exercising, right? But we're not made of 75% food or exercise. Water is the key element in our body. So why do we never think that the type of water that we drink could impact our health, like the food that we drink? That we eat, right? If we eat bad food or good food, it's going to be different. If we breathe good air or bad air, it's going to be different. If we don't exercise or we exercise, it's going to be different. Same thing, if we put different quality of water, we're going to have different results, but this one is going to impact 75% of your life. I always knew this, and I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but when I saw this, I'm like, wow, my mom high blood pressure changed 83%, makes sense. I don't know, again, I'm not making claims, I'm just guessing, right? When I hear people, hey, my headaches are better, right? And I see this, I'm like, wow, it makes sense. You changed the 75%, right? I'm not sore, right? On all my skin cleared up, right? I'm starting to connect the dots now. It makes sense. I changed the most important element in my body, and my body started to do what it's supposed to do, right? Not a miracle. It's my body doing that. So why is this water so good for us? 3 main properties, and you need all 3. One by itself, it's not good enough. You need all those 3. It's loaded with antioxidant, it is alkalized, and hydrates your body better than any other water. So those 3 properties are all because of the hydrogen. Hydrates you better because the hydrogen is so tiny that goes through your cells. It is alkalized because the hydrogen is a negative electric charge, so alkalizes your body. It is antioxidant because the hydrogen, molecular hydrogen, is the most powerful antioxidant in the world. And it's bioavailable for the body, so you don't have to digest it, it's immediately available for the body. That's why this water has those 3 properties. Not to confuse with alkaline water made with reverse osmosis, purified, adding sodium bicarbonate to make the pH alkaline without electricity. And I'm going to test that. I'm going to show you. Like, you can't, there's no electric charge, right? So why are those 3 things important for our health and for our body? Because your body is always fighting 3 things. Oxidation, we're exposed to oxygen, we're aging every day. Acidity, and even if you're raw vegan, you cannot avoid acid. The air we breathe is like acidic. When you get stress, you produce acid. When you go to the gym, you produce acid. Almost everything we drink and eat is acidic nowadays. So you can't really avoid it even if you're raw vegan. So it's important to alkalize and dehydration. So oxidation, acidity, dehydration. And that's why this water is so important for you. 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. Don't they drink water? Like 300 million people, don't they know they need to drink water? Yes. Do you guys drink water? Then why, if I test 75% of you, they're all going to be dehydrated unless you drink Kangen water? Even if you drink water. Because not all the water is the same, and not all the water is hydrating you. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We all know oxidation plus living tissue equals sickness and aging. That's why we're always looking for antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging. Why? Because we want to slow down that process. Can't stop it. I wish we could. But you can slow it down or speed it up. Have you ever meet someone that you went to school with, you haven't seen him for 20 years, and after 20 years you're like, wait, are we still the same age? We're in school at the same time, the same year. Why do you look like that, right? That happened to you. You're laughing because it happened to you, right? What happened? We made different choices, and over time, you either speed up aging or you slow it down based on the choices that you make. You can't stop it, but you get the point, right? So, what is an antioxidant? Let's start with that. It's it donates electrons to the body. Again, electric charge, right? It donates electrons to the body. I'm going to show you a test that I found really interesting. I learned this from Mary Jane Cruz, which is a nurse, was a nurse for 17 years. And I was freaking out when I saw this. I'm like, how did you do that? So I hope I do it right. I was a nurse or anything like that. I put bottled water here, just regular bottled water, Dasani, you might know this water. And I have something called betadine here. So betadine is an antiseptic, kills bacteria. Have you ever seen anything like this? Yeah. So why does it kill bacteria? Because it's very high in oxidation, right? So very high in oxidation, so it kills bacteria. So I'm gonna put some of this here, and some of this here, try to make it pretty much the same. We're gonna stir this up, and I'm gonna stir this up. There we go. Is it pretty much the same? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is vitamin C. 1,000 milligram. It's a little dirty with the betadine, but you guys can see 1,000 milligram, right? Vitamin C. What is vitamin C? It is antioxidant. All right. A few people are listening to me. I love it. Okay, cool. So I got some vitamin C here, and I'm gonna put it here. So if it's antioxidant, and this one is oxidizing the water, if I put vitamin C here, it should start clearing up the water. Let's see if that's true. That's great. The doctor is right. Vitamin C is antioxidant. It's actually fighting oxidation. Here's the thing. When you take vitamin C, actually, this is 1,000 milligram, your body needs to digest it, break it down. You will only utilize 120 milligram, which is 10%. Still good, still antioxidant, and will protect you for about a few hours, your body. So unless you're taking vitamin C for the rest of your life every 2 hours, most people are not, you're not going to be able to get the antioxidant that you need. And also this one, you need to digest it, break it down before you utilize it. Let me show you an easier, faster, simpler way to get your antioxidant inside your body. It's called Kangen water. That's it. Right? I was freaking out too, I get it. I'm like, whoa, like, what? Right? That's crazy. Like, so, and here's the thing, molecular hydrogen is a gas, so it's immediately available to your body. So think about your body digesting antioxidant and utilizing or putting a glass of Kangen water, like boom, that work like that. So most people can drink 8 glasses a day of water. Most people cannot take vitamin C for 30 years every 2 hours, but there's also side effect of taking like tablets with chemicals too, you know? So look how powerful this water is. It's unbelievable, right? And let me see if I can show you something else too. Like, I want to show you like regular water can't do that, right? I'm going to show you the Dasani, right? Yes, this is Dasani. Let's put some betadine here. I just want to show you here. Let's see if regular water is going to slow down the oxidation. Nothing. Look at that. Nothing. So not all the water is the same. This is actually going to increase inflammation, speed up aging. Is that crazy? Nothing. Like nothing at all. It didn't even change one tiny bit, right? So I think that's a very powerful demonstration about the antioxidant. I lost the cap somewhere. I'm the messiest presenter for sure. But hey, I get it done, right? So that's the antioxidation. The next thing I'm going to show, and this is the hydrogen, by the way. You're going to see when you drink this water, like I love taking those pictures. Like look at this. This is called living water. I don't know if you guys can see the slide, it's not the same. Don't look at the last part because my friend did this. It was like a story, actually steal it from a story. So it's great. But anyway, look at this. Right? That's hydrogen. It's leaving water. You want to put that in your body, right? Let's go fast because we're behind with time. As always, I can talk, right? So let's measure the antioxidant. So there's a chart here, the ORP meter, and this is basically you can measure if the liquid is speeding up aging, increasing inflammation, or slowing down aging, reducing inflammation. So if there is a positive charge, anything above 200, you want to stay away from it because it's going to actually speed up that process. Anything negative, it's good for you. Like vitamin C, it's good for you. It's negative 50. Green tea, negative 80. The highest one we found is something called cod liver oil, negative like 200. That's the highest one that exists before discovering Kangen water. So Kangen water starts with a negative 380, and it can even go high to negative 800 when it's fresh. And what is speeding up aging right now? You'll see. Sodas, well, we knew that, but we didn't know how bad it is until we see it. So those are the worst ones. If you want to get old really fast, just drink a lot of those and you will win the race. If you don't believe me, just try for a couple of years, 5 years, and then we'll talk, right? Sports drink, tap water, bottled water, those are all aging us. So let's start measuring here. As you guys can see, this meter is going to go up to usually positive 300, 400. The air we breathe is actually aging us. This is starting to go up. Let's put it here into soda. Can anybody see? I don't know if you guys can see from the back. 480, right? Can you guys see? Here, anybody here in the first can confirm? 482, good or bad? Bad, right? And this, by the way, represents all kinds of soda. Some people say, it's okay, I drink the 0 calories. Or I drink the diet one. I drink, like, guys, it's all the same. Come on. That old super acid, that old speed up aging, there's no way around it if you want to be healthy, like, it's my advice. This, same thing for sports drinks. Look at that. It's actually going up, 500, crazy. This represents all sparkling water, a little lower, 430, about 430. So this is for people that want to get old fast, but they want to be fancy, you know, like, hey, I think the Pellegrino, you know, the Perrier, like, you know, the Italian one, right? Hey, guilty, Italian, I drink sparkling water my whole life. Because I always tell people, one thing is doing something without knowing, and one thing is knowing and keep doing it. Those are completely different. And once someone showed me, I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Another thing that someone told me that really like stood with me was this. Every time we breathe, we inhale oxygen. When we breathe out, we exhale what?
Carbon dioxide.
That's right. Why would we put back in the drink and put it back in our body if every single breath that you take in your life, your body's trying to get rid of it? Doesn't make sense that if you keep drinking this stuff, you're going to slow down your body from doing what it's supposed to do? That's what I was telling you before. This is not a miracle. There's a lot of things that we do that we're completely unaware that is stopping our body from doing what it's supposed to do. This is one of those. Anything with carbonation is going to stop your body to heal itself because constantly needs to fight something that it's trying to get rid of in every single breath. Make sense? This is Aquafina. Goes a little lower, 330, right? 340. This is Fountain Valley tap water. Wow, 400. Did I put in the tap water here? Right? Crazy. This is Avian. Hey, this comes from the Alps. Hey, if you go in the Alps, in the French Alps, you get a sip of the water, it might be great water. But if you put it in a bottle and after 2 years, it's like in the hot, in the cold, in the truck, in the ship, like in the shelves, and then you leave it in the sun, then you drink it, it's not fresh from the Alps, I guarantee you. Right? 350, look at that. You can't beat nature. Like, you gotta drink it fresh. Even Kangen water, if you put it in a plastic bottle for 2 years, and you put it through what this water's been through, it's gonna be that water, I would never drink it. Right? 330. Dasani, dishonest, whatever you wanna call it. Smart water, let's see. Not that smart. Essential. Little lower, but still in the 200s, right? 222, 220. I got the Kangen water here, the magic Kangen water, the start of the show. Let's measure it. We talked about this before. An antioxidant is donating electrons. So you want a negative electric charge. Can anybody read this?
Negative 780. Wow.
Negative 780, because we just made these like about 45 minutes, an hour ago, 780. It's even up to 800 when you fresh brew it, right? And if I leave this cup here exposed to oxygen, eventually it's gonna dissipate and it's gonna go back to zero and then positive if you leave it exposed to oxygen. That's why you need a machine and you need to drink this stuff fresh. Within the first 48 hours, it's best. If you preserve it right, you can even do 3 to 5 days. If you have glass, no oxygen, no move air, and things like that. But you want to drink it as fresh as possible. That's why, we sell the machine and not the water. because you need to have those electrons. So can we all agree out of all this beverage, the only time the meter went negative was here?
Yes.
Right? Awesome. So we're done here. Thank you so much. Right? No, just kidding. But this is the only time like that the meter go down. The only antioxidant water. So that's one of the most benefits of the water. So let's talk about alkaline. Anybody here know Anthony Robbins? Tony Robbins. I'm a huge fan. So he, if you YouTube, I think Tony Robbins on alkaline, he's gonna tell you word by word pretty much what I'm about to say. And he talks about this in all his events. If you've been to one of his events, every time he talks about this. Alkaline in your water, in your body, promote health. Acid in your body promotes sickness. So when we're first born, we're primarily alkaline, 85% of water. When we die, we're 50% of water and very acidic. That's called the clue, right? You want to move this way or stay here as long as you can. So what's alkaline and what's acidic? Alkaline is like fruit, herbs, seeds, nuts, vegetables. What's acidic? I'm sorry, everything else. Pasta, gelato, carbs, like all the good stuff. So we're not telling you, hey, don't eat anything anymore. Just we're telling you, change your water, it will change your life. Because you can't really avoid these things, but you can use something that is going to help you a lot, and that's the water, right? But again, alkaline in nature is an electric charge. We talked about this before. So that's what real alkaline means, voltage, energy, electricity, right? And we measure this through a pH scale. And this is like a logarithmic chart, so if you go from here to here, 10 times more acidic, 100 times or 1,000 times, or something like that, 50,000 times more acidic, right? Same things for the alkaline. So those might be slightly similar color, completely different in the acidity level, right? So I got some pH drops right here, and this is what your poolman would use to measure the water. Is that pH drops there? I only got the bottle, sorry. That's another one, don't worry. That was something. Okay, cool. There's another one. Okay, we'll make it up. Okay, cool. So here's some pH drops. Soda, we got Gatorade, we got Pellegrino, Aquafina, tap water, Avian, Dishonest, Smart Water, Essentia, and Kangen water. Look at that. So they're all different. Amazing, different colors, right? So look at those one right here, how acidic they are. I'm gonna stick those up so you guys can see better in the back. Look how acidic, and I didn't put all bad ones. Look, tap water is blue. It's alkaline, must be good for me. Avian is good, it's blue, it must be good for me, right? I'm gonna explain that. Wow, this is great, right? Essentia is alkaline, it must be really healthy for me. But we saw before, it was positive, there was no electric charge. And I'm showing you how to save money if you wanna do Essentia. Let me show you real quick. I got some Dasani right here. There we go. Put some pH drops to show you that it's acidic. Right? It's Dasani. And I got some baking soda right here. Here's your Essentia, your $5 bottle. Dasani, baking soda. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Anybody wants alkaline water? It says in the back, reverse osmosis plus baking soda. That's alkaline. Would you drink that? No, because most people don't read the back. Like people, I mean, it's you gotta be really careful even with the food that you think is healthy, and then you turn it's like 1 kilo of sugar. You know, that it's like, okay, it's a healthy salad, but with 55 kilos of sugar. But it's healthy. No, it's not. There's sugar, right? So this is essential. If you wanna drink like fake alkaline water, you can. It's not gonna do anything for you. Actually, if you ever heard someone say, hey, alkaline water is not good for you, they're 100% right. Because you can't keep doing this with baking soda and chemicals in the long term. Could affect your kidney. So if your doctor tell you, hey, alkaline water is not good, tell him, yes, you're right, 100%. And even the water that you get at the stores, those big stores that sell alkaline water for 90 cents, filtered with reverse osmosis, remineralized with chemicals to make the pH alkaline. There is zero electric charge. That's what you want to look for. And you can't bottle this unless you have this machine. That's why I say there's no competition. So let's see what happens if your body is slightly acidic and you start drinking this water. Let's see what happens. Let's start over here. I'm going to put the water here. So let's say your body is slightly acidic and you start drinking this, right? Your body will alkalize. Again, it's the electric charge, it's the hydrogen that does that. You can do that chemically, but has no benefits. Dasani, nothing. Avian, wait, it's blue. Yeah, it's blue. Could be decent at the surface, but look, it doesn't even turn purple because it's been sitting in the water, in the plastic for so long. There's literally so much plastic. it doesn't even change to purple. Look at that. Is it supposed to be better because it's alkaline? If you go to the Alps and you drink it fresh, maybe. Probably, yes. It's from nature, right? You can't bottle like this stuff for 2 years. There's no way. It's like if you drink, have a fresh squeezed juice every day in your house, or if you drink the orange juice that you get at Albertson that has 0.1% oranges and all chemicals. And it looks orange, right? But it's not the same. The freshly squeezed is different, right? Same thing. Tap water is blue. Why? They add lye, L-Y-E, and chlorine. Protect the pipes and kill bacteria. Because if the water, listen to this, if the tap water was acidic like it is, it would rust the pipes. Think about that. So if I put acid in my body every day, what's going to do if it's rusting the pipes in the long term? Definitely not going to be good for our pipes long term. Here, change your water will change your life. Aquafina, same, here. Change your water will change your life. Unless you're drinking this stuff right here. We talk about this. CO2. Nope, sorry. Slow motion, nothing. Right? Why? There's so much acidity. CO2 is so acidic. That's why your body is trying to get rid of it. It's like the toxic waste that your body is eliminating. So you can't put that back in the drink and drink it every day. Let's see Gatorade for athletes. It's like, come on, bro. Don't even come close to me, right? That's so acidic. It takes 4 gallons. I was talking in liters because I just came back from Italy. But 4 gallons of Kangen water to neutralize this stuff right here. So that's why some people that drink this every single day, you might want to reconsider that choice. Because if you learn something tonight and you're like, hey, at least one thing I'm going to take away, my advice is take away this one. And try to reduce this or to not give it to your kids. That's also my advice. Because I used to be a coach, and all the kids that saw this, they stopped drinking soda, Gatorade, and this, because they're very visual, and kids are smarter than adults. Actually, the adults are, it's okay, I'm gonna keep doing it. I drink it my whole life. But the kids are like, coach, I'm not gonna do that anymore, right? So don't give it to your kids because they don't know what they're doing, and when they're little, they see their favorite cartoon with a soda, and they give free refills at school. Do you know in Italy it's illegal to give soda in school? You can't poison the kids unless the parents agree. You know, here it's not only free. It's like that. It's easier to get a soda than water in the school, right? So think about why do we have so many sick people? You guys, yes, I can't make any claims, right? But you guys understand the point, right? You gotta be really careful. Like, you know, not everybody wants us to be healthy. Let's put it that way. So simple soda. This is your body really healthy. You're exercising. Like, it's okay. I'm just gonna drink a little bit of soda. Boom. Immediately goes back to acid, where we all know that all the human disease thrive in an acidic environment. And dehydration. That's why your body cannot heal. Remember I talked about before, the water is not a miracle. There's a lot of things that we're doing that we are completely unaware that are stopping our body from doing what it's supposed to do. And this is definitely one of those. I haven't drank one of this in 8 years. Not one sip ever. Stop drinking this, I stopped drinking this. Just that is going to improve your life, trust me. And then when you add quality water, your life is going to change, I promise you. So, can you help me with? Thank you so much. So that was the alkaline. Let's go fast to like catch up. We're running out of time here. So let's go with this one right here. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to put this up so everybody can see. I'm going to show you here why this water with hydrogen has the ability to hydrate your body like nothing else. And actually I got a tea bag right here. It's called Yamamoto Yama, which is not a bad word. It's the name of the tea. I think it's Japanese, I'm pretty sure. Yamamoto Yama, right?
This is what blew me away.
So this is a tea bag. We're going to put it right here. And we're gonna hydrate the tea bag. Think about the tea bag is your body trying to get hydrated. Like, I'm gonna drink any water. As long as I drink water, I'm gonna get hydrated. That's it. It's not going through. Like, well, it's not hot. Exactly. What happened when you heat up the water? It's not the scientific correct way to say it, but I say like this so you guys understand it. Basically, it shrinks, so it becomes smaller, which you can't reduce the size of the water. It's just like regrouping smaller cluster, but you don't want to get into the science because you're not going to remember. I didn't remember the first time anyway. But basically, picture this. When you boil the water, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller until eventually, if you forget, it becomes steam. So that's how I call small water, which is not the scientific term. So don't say, hey, that guy is not a scientist, right? So that's why you need hot water. So let's see different water with the same tea bag. Is this Kangen water? I guess so. Instantly it's gonna penetrate your cells. So think about this tea bag is your cells trying to get water to get hydrated, to detox, to flush out toxins, and all the stuff that's supposed to be and not supposed to be in your body. If you're skeptical like me, you're like, you already wet the tea back there, of course it's gonna come out the tea, right? If you're skeptical like me, hey, I get you. I was the most skeptical. It's still wet, right? Same tea bag, same water, right here. Smart water. That's it. Nothing. Why? Hey, it's already wet, it should be like extracting the tea. No, because not all the water is the same. Doesn't matter how much you drink of this, it's not gonna hydrate you. Anybody has ever drunk like a whole bottle of this and feel like, wow, I'm like bloated a little bit? That's why you can drink a gallon. When I tell you, hey, drink a gallon of water a day, I'm like, how can I do that? I'm like already full with a bottle. Why? Because you're not drinking the right water. And that's why your coach tells you, don't drink water and then run, you're gonna cramp. Yes, if you put water that's sitting in your stomach and it doesn't go through. And I thought at the first time, I'm like, all the tea came out in the first one, there's no more tea. Come on, I want to see the next one, right? Come on, show me one more time. Same tea bag, just a different water. Instantly hydration. In my opinion, this is one of the most important properties because people are thinking about the alcohol and all that stuff. But how many people, since you're drinking this water, you drink a lot more than you used to drink before? Yeah. That's a major benefit, guys. That doesn't need to be scientific. We all know that if we drink more water, it's better for us. Do we know that? Yep. We know that even if it doesn't matter what water, it's better for us, right? So that's why one of the most benefits of this water is that it's so light, it goes through your body, and you can constantly drink without never feeling full. Huge benefit, don't underestimate. Now I'm going to show you why all the top athletes, they drink this water. There's a famous nutritionist named Sean Stratton that worked with the Seattle Seahawks, the Lakers, the Dodgers, Yankees, Arizona Diamondbacks, you name a professional team. This guy has worked with all the major athletes and he's one of the top nutritionists. And what he says that most of the nutritionists are all focused on nutrient consumption. I focus on nutrient utilization. So I make sure that the athletes are actually utilizing the nutrients that are consuming. That's what makes the difference. If I eat chicken breast, I want to make sure the athletes are utilizing those proteins. That's what's going to make the difference, right? When you take vitamin C, you want to utilize it. You don't want to throw away 90% of it, right? So what happens when we take supplements and we drink regular water? What's going to happen? The water is already too big. We saw it before. It's just going to dilute them. So if you're taking supplement, that's what Sean Stratton says, and you drink regular water, whether it's bottled water, tap water, reverse osmosis, filters, spring water, whatever, and you mix it with supplement, he said all you're going to have is expensive urine. That's what he said, right? But if you drink Kangen water with the same exact amount of supplement, you're going to see a major, am I the only one freaking out here? I mean, same amount of supplements, this one you utilize, this one you don't. That's a major benefit of this water as well. And check this out, there's no tea here, right? You change your water, it will change your life. This is crazy. Right, one sip of Kangen water, I didn't put it there because it's full, but you get the point. Right, change your water, change your life. This is one of my favorite properties of the water. And also you can bottle this, because after you leave the water sitting for a while, it's going to be bigger again, in group of molecules bigger. I don't want to get into the science, but you get the point, right? It makes sense. So that's why this water hydrates you better. You can research this stuff. Your body can only absorb 15% of any water. That's why the rest you eliminate it, right? But with Kangen water, it's 85 to 95%. You can drink a gallon of this water, hop in the swimming pool, and swim. With 1 gallon, sometimes I drink 1 gallon in my 1 hour workout. Anybody did that? You can never do that with bottled water. I challenge you tomorrow. To drink 1 gallon of bottled water while you're working out. Like, not even if you pay me. So that's how I make my choice. Because you're going to find so many opinions that it's so hard to be the one. Hey, my doctor is like, at 55 degrees. He said that, the opposite. It's up to you. Whatever opinion you buy their lifestyle. 100%. So that's how I make my choices. Like, so far it worked. I've been like really healthy, thank God. Anyway, let's talk about the last one. This is the reason why I actually got really, really excited. Oh, thank you, baby. Thanks. Good job. So I got some Villaggio Marzano Italian, pomodori Italiani. Come on. Got this at Trader Joe. And we're gonna clean some tomatoes today. I told you guys, right? We're organizing a dinner and everything, right? There you go. We're gonna split it, don't worry. I told you, Italian, everything, right? So we got some tomatoes. Hopefully it's the same. Let's do it. So how do we normally clean tomatoes? Tap water. I found out actually vegetables are like our skin, they're porous. So everything, if you soak them in water, they're gonna soak everything that is in the water, like your skin, right? So if you, not only we're not removing the pesticides when we're cleaning with tap water, we're adding fluoride, rust, lead, chemicals like chlorine and all that stuff. On the other side, we're gonna clean with 11.5 strong Kangen water. And you're probably wondering why I have it in a dark container. Because air movement and light affect the property of the water, and this one is really strong. We normally don't drink it. So I'm just gonna show you, it's only water, there's nothing added to it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, it's just water, right? So I'm gonna put this here. I got that from Dirk, so Dirk, if you're watching, that's yours. So while they're gonna soak right here, let's see what's going on in those cups. Here, let's do this. Boom. Let's put this here so we remember. Tap water. So here I got 2 cups, and we got some sesame seed oil, dark sesame seed oil. Here, I'm gonna put some here. Oops, I'm gonna put some here. Pretty much the same. What have we learned in school? What happens if we mix oil and water?
Separate.
It's separate. Let's see if they were right in school. One good thing that they taught us. Right? They're right. That's a fact of life. Oil and water do not mix. I wish I had this water to bet an A with my chemistry teacher in school. I had really bad grades. I'm like, hey, you want to bet that what oil and water don't mix? Let's go. Let's bet like an A. Right? This is oil, and this is water that I just drink in front of you. Look at that. I'm gonna get my little closer so you guys can see. Completely destroyed, broke down the oil, emulsify the oil. Wow, and it's not coming back, it's not horchata, right? Look what it did to the oil. So it makes sense that this water is different, because I don't know about you, I've never seen in my life a water that someone can drink that does that to the oil. So how many people here, or you know someone or it happened to you, you drink the water and you start losing weight just by changing the water, right? Is that crazy? Like my dad tried every diet, like he drink the water, he lost 30 pounds, and he's like, I started to like this. Bread, pasta, pizza, didn't change nothing. Change the water. Now I'm like, wow, it makes sense. Because look what it did to the oil. That's what's going to do to the fat in your body. Break it down, your body disperses it naturally. That's unbelievable. That's why also, I told you before, this water right here will out-clean any cleaner. Like you clean your stove with this, and you will not believe it. You're going to be like, wait, no, I didn't do that with water. Like it's all greasy, you spray just water, brand new in 1 second. Just like that. It's in Italy, they use that to wash the grease off the rims in the cars. And it goes away like immediately. It's like, I have never seen any water like that, right? And our machine makes that for free. So this is the tap water that we remove. And why is that important, by the way? Because the pesticides are oil-based. I didn't know that. And I'm going to talk about this in a second. Just check this out first. Tomatoes clean with a different water.
Yeah.
What? What is that? I definitely don't want to put that in my body. I thought, have you ever seen this, right? The plane or the guy spraying the pesticides? Anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he wearing what he's wearing? And it was before 2020, so don't say anything, right? Why is he covered like that, right? Because you can't breathe this stuff. It's toxic for you when you spray. Otherwise, it would be without it, right? If it was safe to breathe. Now, if this on our tomatoes and we're not removing it, where is it going? Anybody can guess? And this is not going to affect you today, tomorrow, 10 years from now. At the health toll bridge, once you get there, what are you going to pay and how fast you're going to get there will depend on all the choices that you made in your life. Does it make sense? So all those things that I show you tonight, it's not like you drink a soda and tomorrow you're like dying, or you take a tomato and tomorrow you feel sick. That's why we never connect those things. And it can be this, I've been eating pesticides my whole life. Well, because your body is amazing and it adapts to anything until like many years it can't do it anymore. So I thought like here, this guy was coming, every time it rains, he comes back and he sprays again. And then I found out that those are actually oil-based, so they stick on the produce. They don't come off. That's why with tap water, you don't remove anything. We only add all the chemicals in the tap water. then we serve to your family. And when I said it's not going to affect you today or tomorrow, I forgot to say unless you're pregnant. If you know anybody who's having a baby, please talk to them and tell them, because when you're pregnant, what do? You eat more vegetables, you eat healthy, you want to have a healthy baby, and what do? You put more of this in your body. And why in 2023 there's more people getting sick than before? Shouldn't it be better and better every year? With the technology, the best school, the best stuff, and we get worse and worse and worse. There's a lot of things that nobody's teaching us, that they will never teach you, because, you want a big problem here? Wake up and everybody's healthy tomorrow. That's the biggest problem you can have in this country. The biggest one. Go about medical insurance and all this stuff, right? I mean, the facts are out there. We just have, I like what Chris O'Brien says, zoom out, right? Zoom out and look it from a different side and you'll connect all the dots, right? Again, we're just showing you information. You can research all this stuff. I don't even need to tell you how bad pesticides. We know, but we don't know how much we're ingesting every day, and we never connect when we have kids that are being born with already that sick and then just came to the planet. That's not okay. We need to change something, right? So we have thousands of people. Again, we can't make claims, but I got the permission from this lady. She's 74 years old now or more. Her name is Ombretta. She has severe psoriasis on her hands. Couldn't see the fingerprints, like any cream, any cortisone, and nothing worked. And she was the mother-in-law of a doctor that I work with. And guess what the doctor said? Oh, if the water is so good as you said, I'm going to give it to my mother-in-law. That's my first research. 2.5 months later, drinking Kangen water and putting the hands in the 2.5 strong acidic water that has not a cortisone, it's not a cream, there's no side effects. It's just water. You can do that as many times as you want. It's just water. You can even put it in your eyes, right, like we did before. 2.5 months, right? It's not like magic. You do it and it goes away, because, you don't go to the gym for one day, like, okay, I got biceps, I'm done. I don't have to go anymore, right? You keep doing it. It's, same thing. You keep drinking healthy, keep healing your body, and your body will heal itself if you put it in the right condition. So that's incredible. And we have hundreds of thousands of those. Like, you can ask anybody in this room. So that's about the product. Pretty amazing. I got really excited about the product. You can finance this machine for zero money down, $55, $80 a month. Ask the person that invited you here. We have all kinds of financing. Even if your credit is lower than your body temperature, like mine was, you can get a machine. If I got a machine with no money in the bank account, no paycheck, no credit, nobody would finance me, I still got the machine. So ask the person here, and you can get it for less than what you're paying for bottled water. So here's what I thought when I saw this. I'm like, okay, I don't believe any of the story. There's nothing. This is cool, but I don't believe it. I don't have any degree or anything, so I can verify those facts, right? So let's talk about the numbers. That's why I broke it down. So this is $5,000. And by the way, in the house, I'm like, wow, my bed is $5,000. My flat screen is $5,000. My couch is $5,000. How can I say this is expensive? I didn't blink an eye when I got the bed. I didn't blink an eye when I got the TV. I didn't blink an eye when I did the couch. I need those things. But then when it's still it's expensive. For something that we're paying on a daily basis, right? And this is what I thought, okay, let's see this $5,000. 35 years, the company say let's cut that in half, 15 years. If I divide $5,000 by 15 years, it was less than $1 a day. I'm like, wait, am I spending right now $1 a day or more? And I thought, I'm spending only $30 a month. I shop at Costco. That's what I thought. I just got in the big one. But then I didn't realize, every time I was going to the gym, gas station water. I was going to the beach, gas station water. I was going out for lunch, meal, water bottle. You go to Disneyland, your salary is in a water bottle, right? Say how much you make, $1,200. Here, right? Right? You've been to Disneyland, right? So I'm like, wow, I'm spending actually $3 to $5 a day on my own I don't have family here. Just for me, for drinking, because I write it down, numbers don't lie. $3 to $5 a day, it was $90 to $150 a month. It was $1,100 to $1,800 pretty much by myself a year. You see where I'm going with this? Right? I'm like, wait, if I don't buy this today, every 3 years I'm paying for it, but I don't own it. After 6 years, I could have owned 2 of those. After 9 years, I could have owned 3 of those. I could have already bought 4 of those with all the water that I drink. So here's my thought when I look at this. I'm like, let's say all this is all fake. Because right? Let's say it's all fake, not one thing is true. And this machine right here doesn't make any of this water, just has one button and makes the sign. I'm still buying tonight. Does it make sense? I save plastic, I don't have to go to the store, I make as much as I want, I have it in my house. Even if it makes one water and doesn't do anything of what I've seen. I don't need to tell you if this half of those things are true, you should like don't even think about it, right? So that's how I thought. I'm like, even if I don't believe anything, like the numbers make sense, I get it. And that's how I got the machine. I thought this is like people that used to run movie at Blockbuster. When you see Netflix, you can be the most skeptical person. Netflix is gonna replace Blockbuster. There's nothing you can do about it. It's cheaper, better, faster, right? And that's the new way of drinking water. I already talked about this. Let's go super fast. Tax deductible. Ask the person that invited you here. If you're a W-2, you can get back in taxes more than what the machine is worth in 1 year. Ask the person that invited you here. I'm not a CPA. I'm not giving you legal advice, but I know personally hundreds of people on my team that got tax deduction higher than what the machine costs, and they were like, wow, the IRS paid for my machine. Ask your CPA how, and you have to sign the W-9 form, by the way, which makes a distributor zero cost, but can't give you legal advice. All the celebrity drink it, let's go fast, because I know we're like running out of time. So, this was me. I was a busboy, soccer coach, $30,000 in debt, broke, right? And I was working at a restaurant. I started as a busboy, then a server, and then I became a soccer coach. And with 2 salaries combined, after doing this for 3 years, so going to the restaurant, coaching the kids, doing private training, the games in the weekend, and night in the restaurant, non-stop, Monday to Sunday, 0 day off. I didn't go to Italy for 3 years because I couldn't afford the flight to go to Italy. So I spent 3 Christmas at home by myself. I actually got a dog because I was getting homesick, because I was at home every day. I didn't have any friends here. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any money when I came here. I just came. I'm like, I'm going to change my life, right? So when I started this, I'm like, well, it helped my mom. I want to share with people, but I'm not a businessman. I can't have success, right? And this is actually, you learn about my story. I went from busboy to earning like multiple 6 figures in this company. I mean, last month I made more money than what I made in 3 years with my 2 jobs combined, just last month. I can't say the number, but you guys get the point. And then the best thing that happened to me, change your water, meet your wife, right? That's change your water, right? I met Marie, who changed my life as well, made me a better man. And now I get to marry her in the most beautiful location in Rome, where all the soccer players get married because of this business. So next year we're gonna get married in the #1 location in Italy. Let's get into it. So this is not one of those. Just so you know, like I'm just gonna get it out of the way. It's not a multi-level pyramid. Hey, this is like a scheme, like nothing like that. And by the way, if you're doing multi-level, I know all the top people in the world in every single company. We get together in a mastermind that I do every year, and I know they make millions of dollars. Totally possible. I also know that the average person that makes millions in those companies, they have like hundreds of thousands of people on their team, which is doable, but very hard for the average person. That's why people say like, well, nobody makes money in those companies, you know, only the people at the top, right? So nothing wrong with those, by the way. I have nothing wrong with multi-level. I buy all the products from multi-level companies. It's just not something that I wanted to do, and I didn't see myself succeeding in this. This is a mix. I tell people this is a mix between direct sales and multi-level. Has a little bit of everything, the best thing of everything, and it doesn't have the bad things of everything. It is crazy, like when I explained to you. That's why this marketing plan was actually patented globally, and nobody else can copy it. There's not one company, network marketing, in the world that patented their compensation plan. This is the only one. I mean, we're talking about water. This is why someone like me can succeed. You know, everybody pays, everybody understands it, everybody drinks it. You don't need to explain it. It makes sense. It makes sense. That's why we consume more water than anything else, more even than gasoline, right? So, and we get it for free now, right? Right now we have less than 1% market penetration, which means nobody knows about it yet, but everybody eventually is going to own it. That's called a trend product. How do you know there is a trend? Look at those companies. If they're moving all the money, how many alkaline water brands did you see now? 7 years ago when we came out with this, like 10 years ago, nobody was doing that. Now they know where the money is going. You follow the money, you know where the business is going, right? All the soda companies, they know that eventually people are going to find out. And now they all have their own brand of alkaline water in every single store, right? And if you understand this, you understand why this is the best business you ever come across. So this is called a paradigm shift. So basically, a paradigm shift is something that where the consumer habit change towards a way of doing something or a product, right? So and you never go back. The new one always replaces the old one, and you never go back. That's what a paradigm shift is in a few words, right? So the old one is Blockbuster, right? You rent the movie of Blockbuster. They show you these, and like, what? Why would I go out of my house, pay for a movie, go home, watch it, bring it back, and do it again every time I need a movie? When now there is a service that I'm in my couch, I'm like, tick, and I watch the same movie. Does it make sense? When this one come out, you will never go back to that one. There's no way. That's why I closed down. It's like it doesn't make sense. We evolve, we go to this one. Airbnb, Uber, take down 75% of the taxi. The Apple, even if it was $1,000, took down all the phone companies. All of them. All the best. Why? Once you go to this, you're never going to go back to this. Why would I go? I have a phone that just send message and text, but now I can make money on my phone. I can do whatever. Create content. I can do whatever, right? So same thing, the electric cars, replacing the gas. Amazon took down all the, how many stores you know that closed? Like thousands a day, they close. Why? Why would I go to the store to buy something? I made a click the other day, and after 3 hours, someone knocked on my door. I'm like, this can't be Amazon. Same day delivery. I'm like, what? Why would I ever take my car, drive to the store, pay, come back and waste 3 hours when with a click I get it in my house while I do something else? Right? Those called paradigm shift. Once you learn about this, you never do that again. Now, learn about this. Why would I go to the store, rent the water, drink it, kill the planet, go home and do it again for the rest of my life when I can have something in my house that is cheaper, healthier, better, faster? I don't need to, I don't know, I can add other things, right? Makes you money, you know, on top of that. Why would I do that? The only reason why you're doing this, or you were doing that, because you didn't know about this, or you didn't know about this. Because now you know, you can't, like, this costs you more. This one is healthier, this one is not. This one is 70 cents a day, this one it costs you forever. The Sunny is not going to be, you know what, you pay the Sunny for 5 years, next 2 years are on us. Here, right? They're not going to do that. They're going to charge you until the day you die, right? So why would I pay something until the day I die when I can pay once and I have it forever and I don't kill the planet, right? I don't have to throw plastic and all those things, right? So that's why this is one of the greatest business ever. We're showing something to people that no one has, but everybody's going to own. And if you're like, well, I'm never going to own that. You said that when the flat screen came out, you said that when the iPhone came out, you said that when the Apple, like everything, like I'm not doing that. Yes, you are, you just don't know about it yet because you're not going to have a choice 10 years from now. Because if you keep doing plastic, nobody's going to have a choice here. We know that there's a plastic island in the ocean, right? So how do you get involved in this? Buy a machine, they give you an ID number, don't have to sign up, don't have to hire employees, qualify, don't have to load inventory because you buy a product maker and you can make as much product as you want. You don't have to qualify. It's not one of those programs where like you have to qualify every month. Today I did a call with a guy that's a network marketing company. He's like, dude, I have to qualify every single month. If I don't meet the volume, I go back from zero. I'm like, that's why. Some people can do it. I personally do that when I have 3 jobs. But here you don't have to do that. Easy financing for everyone. So think about this. We never turn down credit in 40 years. If you have terrible credit, we'll finance a machine tomorrow, even if nobody else finances. You ask the person inviting you here, never turn down credit. From a sales standpoint, all your sales go through. Think about that. All your sales go through. Doesn't matter. Good credit, bad credit, anybody can finance this and they pay daily. International growth, I mean, I'm the proof of that. I built the #1 team in Italy. We did 700 sales last month, 600 something. Crazy. So this is how it works. Very simple. The machine costs 5,000 plus tax and shipping, 49.80. And out of those, they pay 8 points of 340. So like a pie, right? One slice is 340 times 8, that's 27.20 per machine. And you're like, wow, like that's why the machine costs so much. That's what I thought first. Then I realized this thing that I just bought for $2,000 cost Apple $30 to make. Well, why in the world would I pay $2,000 if it costs $30 to make? Because to go from Apple to me, all those costs needs to be taken care of. Advertising, wholesales, retails, and all that stuff. And then final price is $2,000. So everything we buy, 99% is marketing, and the cost of production is that small. In Agile, they created a system where they eliminate all of that. They don't have advertising, wholesale, retail, rep, like nothing. And they manufacture the best product ever, and then it goes to the consumer through us, which we do the marketing for free, and they only pay the marketing fee after the sale is made. So think about your business if you could market your product until you made enough the money that you want. Everybody would do it, right? If you were sure that you invest $1 million, you make $5 million, you would invest it, right? And Agile doesn't have to worry about that because the marketing is free. We give away the water, invite people to a meeting, costs $0 to the company. When they buy, they release the commission. That's why they never had that for 48 years. Unbelievable system. So I'm gonna do this super fast. I know like we start the late. So when you buy a machine, your first sale, my mom was like 340. You were a 1-point agent, right? Your second sale, you're still a 1-point agent. You get 1 out of the 8 points, and the company pay from the bottom up. So first person that gets paid is the guy that makes the sales. And then the rest of the points gets divided based on the rank of the people that brought you in. I'm going to explain that in a second. On your third sale, the company say, wow, I'm going to double the commission to you. I still pay 8 slices, but now you get 2, and 6 are paid out. So you are the first one that gets paid, 680. That's already pretty good money. So let's say you sold to Matt, Bob, Mike. Those are your first 3 sales, 340, 340, 680. And those 2 are like just customer, end user, great. A lot of people just buy, actually 90% of people buy only for the product, they don't distributor. But Mike's like me, like help my mom, I want to share it. My aunt wants one, and he goes out and he sells 5. Let's say he sells 5 machines. He's going to make like you, 340, 340, 680, 680, 680. But he's in your 2-point lane, and remember, they pay him first, but there's 6 points left after he sells the machine. So he's in your 2-point lane, so you get 5 times 680. 680, 680, 680, 680, 680. That's $3,000 and something for someone else making the sales. He don't even need to be there. I don't know what kind of job you do, but in my life before this company, and I'm not kidding, I never earned more than $21,000 in 1 year, ever, in my whole life. Obviously, I don't have a degree, whatever, but never earned $21,000 in 1 year. And I had to work 8 hours a day, most of the days, with the jobs that I was doing. Here, now, like, wow, I can make $3,000, I don't even have to be there if someone else sells it, right? So once you have 10 in your group, so your direct plus your indirect, now you have 10 total. And it can be 3 plus 7, 5 plus 5, doesn't matter, you can fit on all of them. On your 11th sale, now you promote yourself. How do you promote yourself? You make a direct sales, and you open a new lane. That's how you promote yourself. So you sponsor Bob, right? Bob buys a machine, it's your 11th sale, you make 1,020, like, wow, that's great. I just met Bob, I shared the water, I sent him the video, I made $1,000. Like, that's my salary as a coach. It was $1,200 to $1,300 a month, right? Bob gets really excited and is like, I want to share this water. Let's say he goes out and sells 10 machines in 1 month, right? Bob's going to make 340, 340, 680, 680, 680, until he comes to 10, like you. And because he's in your 3-point lane, and they pay him first, but there's point left, you're going to get 1,020 10 times. Woo. And you didn't have to invest anything. You just show Bob how to drink water and how to show to his friends, right? In real estate, how much do you need to invest to get $10,000 passive income without moving? Maybe even $5 million to get $10,000 in 1 month, right? Here, you can open as many as you want, cost you $0, don't have to pay anything. And what if they don't sell? Hey, cost you $0. You don't have to pay employees, rent, nothing. You just give them the machine. If they sell, they pay you. If they don't pay you. How many you can open? As many as you want. So if someone tell you, hey, you can buy as many homes as you want, you don't have to pay nothing up front, nothing, $0. If you make money with it, we'll pay you. If it doesn't produce your money, no charge. How many would you buy? Like, unlimited, right? I don't have any risk. If it goes good, they pay me. If it doesn't, I don't risk any money. That's this business you're looking at. Like, you can open as many as you want, right? After 20 group sales, we got 40, 30, 60 per sale. After you get 51 sales, you become 5A, so 1,700. And this doesn't mean you need to sell 50. When I got here, I only sold, I think, 8 or 9. And I had a total of 50. Almost nobody does 50 direct sales, unless you're like Jason or Thomas, who go viral on TikTok and you do 50 sales in 2 months on TikTok. But when I was a 5A, like, listen to this story. When I was a 5A and I opened my first $1,700 franchise lane, I sponsored a guy in Italy. My mom told me, like, this guy wants to talk to you. He was trying to sell me his product and his company. I bought it, right? And then I told him, hey, do you want to see this product? I said, yes. I see the presentation. He's like, I love it. How do I buy? I'm like, just go to the office in Italy. I was here in California. I said, go to the office in Italy, and here's the form. Just tell them I'm your sponsor. Put my ID number. And he got the machine, the Ubon, and the shower. 3 products. We call this a trifecta. So they paid me $1,700 plus the Ubon and the shower. I think total was $2,500 commission. I'm like, wow, that's more than double than my salary. And I did that on a 30-minute Zoom call. That's not the money. Arturo today has, I think, 2,000 and something sales. I don't even know. Like, in another country. So when he first started, like, let's say his first 10 sales that he made, right? He started there and was really excited. And I got $1,700 10 times for his first sales. He was on the other side of the world. Like, I never even got that in a year in my life. And now it's like in 1 month it can happen because someone else sell it. It is crazy. And also this gives you the opportunity to help the new person succeed. Because I flew to Italy 8 times in 22 months to build my team, because every lane I was open, and if someone made a sale, that's what they paid me for each sale. So if I flew there one time, we did an event with 100 people, we sold 12 machines in one single presentation, just like this one, right? So multiply that by 12 in 2 hours of work, right? That's good money, right? I couldn't do that anywhere else, right? So that's what can happen. And not everybody's gonna be like Arturo. This is not easy. This is not get rich quick. Nothing like this. This is a real business for real entrepreneurs with an amazing product, rock solid company. But you have to put the work to make money. So I don't tell people, hey, this is easy. Sit down here and you make 20,000. No. But here you can if you work hard and if you have the right team, right? So when you have 100 sales in your group, you make $2,000 per sale. And is there any 4A here in the room? I just want to give a huge shout out. Any 4A in the room? Can you guys stand up real quick? Just a quick round of applause to the 4A. We're running out of time, so I know that we like to. Those people are all at over 20 sales. Can you all verify you got all these checks in your mail? Right? Crazy. Any 5A here in the room? 5As? Amazing. Round of applause. Can you verify? By the way, he's going to present soon, right?
Yeah.
So, can you verify you got all those checks? How many sales do you have?
67. I got actually 9 coming in.
Nice.
9 checks, 17. Let's go.
Yeah.
So everybody can do this. Any 6A here in the room that got? Oh, wow. Wow. Can you guys stand up real quick? And then we're going to close it out. Wow. I remember when I was in that room, like, all those people were able to make, I thought nobody make money in this business, right? That's right, but not here. When you see a room with that many people that have success, I'm sorry guys, but there can't be that many cool people in the same room, right? It's gotta be a good project that works. If there's way more people than the average making this kind of income. I know we're about time. Wow, Brit just hit 6A. That's right. Congratulations, baby. She got a $3,000 bonus, and by her going 6A, I also got a $6,000 bonus.
Hey-o.
You got a couple guys? So, how old are you, babe? I know your age. Don't look at me like that. You don't know my age. For them, how old are you?
24.
So, 24. And you have over 100 sales?
I sure do. Like over
I mean,
100.
when I was 24, I didn't even know like how to put gas in my car.
I don't even know how to any more than you do.
Like
And I can make money in this business.
how can you have over 100 sales at that young age?
Well, we have a done for you system, which is crucial. I was a college dropout before I got involved in this. Okay, so I don't have sales or business background, nothing like that. When you get a machine and when you purchase a machine, you have access to our community who literally gives you all the secrets to make success. So that's what's incredible. You have great accountability. You have people who've already been through it for so many years and can guide you through it. So.
What was your best month? I'm not supposed to do this. I'm gonna deny. I didn't say that. Sorry. What was your best month?
15,000.
Oh! Yeah. Right. Let's go super quick because I know we have a lot of people. So let's do this. Name. How many sales did you do direct when you hit 100 in your group? And if you want to share your best month, just say whatever. Say, hey, I made 15 kiwis. Right? Not an income claim, right?
My name is Thomas Rendina, and my best month was 22,000. And I'm a lot different than most people. I did 70 direct sales that went viral on TikTok.
Crazy. I love to hear those stories. 22 kiwis? That's crazy. Name?
Hi, my name is Brenda, and I sold, I think 23 before I went 6A. Right now I'm at 135. And my highest month was 13 kiwis, which was last
I
month.
love it. I should get it.
Which was last month, guys, and we're in a recession, right?
We had a lot of fruit here for the people watching.
Justin Crosscarry, 14 direct sales, and my best month, 19 and a half kiwis.
Alright guys, I came out with you tonight. Compliance is back on me. Are you the kiwi guy? Okay, not more kiwis. You guys show up later. Name?
John Johnson here. I made
8 sales, and one of those sales was someone who sold to this queen right over here, and so I hit 100 with only 8 sales.
And now you have like 400 sales in your team.
Yes, I don't even know how I got here. I'm just, this girl over here, and
That's awesome. Hey,
yeah.
you see, sometimes it happens like that. Who am I missing someone? Okay.
My name is Monica, and I sold 17 direct sale and get 100.
So when she hit 100 group sales, which means she got 100 checks, she only personally sold to 17. I'm just showing you that it's not like you have to have 100 machines to get that. Like, how do I sell 100 of those? You might know, like John, 5 people, the right people. You got 100 checks. I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't even know, but I'll deposit it, right? Ryan?
Yeah, so when I hit 6A, I only helped 9 people. Yeah, we went 6A, and largest income month is 22,000 Kiwis.
You eat a lot of fruit, I can tell you. Good skin, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
My man right there, name? Ricky. Name and how many
Let's
do you
go.
do when you eat 100?
I had 13 direct sales.
Wow. And Ricky was one of the first guy going on viral on TikTok, and he taught everybody how to do it because we're a big family here. We share our strategy. If someone has something that works, we share it with everybody. Ricky taught us how to do it. He went viral. A lot of people went viral. We duplicate that process, so we're super grateful for that, brother. Appreciate you. And actually, I thought I showed my team in Italy his training. They all went viral on TikTok, and then I made crazy sales, all because of that guy. So we love you, bro. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go quick because we're running out of time. So name?
Oli.
How many sales did you do personally?
Around 20.
20. Okay. Behind?
I'm Jason. I had like probably 70 or 80 sales when I went 6A. Go hard on social media, lose track of things, but yeah. Kiwis, I have 44.
A lot of fruit tonight. A lot of fruit.
Chris. Chris Allen, San Diego. I sold 24 machines by myself when I hit 6A.
And you verify you got all those checks?
Yeah, 31 Kiwis.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. I hope I don't get banned. Maybe if we say Kiwis, it's allowed.
I like it.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Eric Castle. I had 23 sales when I went 6A, and my best month was 14 Kiwis.
All right, last one.
Hi guys, my name is Whitney. My background, I used to own a clothing boutique before I got in this. I sold about 25 machines when my group hit a total of 100. Go Brenda, she's on my team over there. And my biggest month was 22,000 Kiwis. Let's go.
Is there a shortage of kiwi in the next couple of months? You know why? We ate them all, right?
Ate them all.
So we're gonna close this out. We're sorry we were like 5 minutes over, but if I miss anyone, I apologize. We're trying to close this out super quick. So I just want to show you the last thing before we close it out. So think about, because what's the biggest difference between this and a traditional multi-level? I want to explain the difference. In a multi-level business, if you want to make $20,000 or $30,000, you can only do that if you have, let's say, 30,000 people buy your product every month. Again, it's possible. I don't know about you, I didn't see myself getting 30,000 people getting the products every month. But look at here, let's say I'm at 6A, which I am right now, and my whole team quits tomorrow. Everybody says, hey, we're done, we're not gonna sell anymore. And I go out and I sell 10 machines, I can earn $20,400 on my own. So that's different. You can't do that in any network marketing company in the whole planet. I challenge you, bring me any company. Zero. Today I talked to a guy, I'm like, how much do you make if you sell your highest package? $1,500. They sell it for. What's your commission? 200.
Wow.
Like, how many do you need to sell to make 20,000? And it's impossible to sell that many packages by yourself. And then, yeah, we don't really do that. You know, we make money in other ways, whatever, right? So it's possible, but here it's completely different. In a no credit turn down business, all you have to do is buy one machine, which you already bought a couch, a TV, an iPhone. I don't have to sell them the price, guys. When you want something, you just figure out, you just do it. So think about the result and not cost-based thinking, result-based thinking, right? Completely different things. Why do you buy the $5,000 bed and not the $100 bed? You know you can buy a bed for $100 and sleep? I'm gonna sleep on it every day. I gotta be comfortable, I gotta feel good, so you're buying the feeling. and not thinking about the cost. So this is about your health. Result-based thinking, right? I love that. Jeremy, right? You're watching that guy. So, okay, I'm not gonna go into that. There's different strategies to do it. Ask the person who invited you here. There's a strategy actually to hack the comp plan, where if you start with all the 3 products, you start with a higher commission, and you get to succeed a lot faster with a lot less sales. I'm not gonna explain this tonight because we're late, but ask the person who invited you here. Again, you can finance all that. You have it for life. You don't have to buy anything else anymore. Again, I'm not gonna go into this. What we do is very, very simple. We do demos, videos, online, social media. We teach you every single thing because we get paid by the company to make you money, right? If I'm a 6A, let's say I bring Brenda in and she works with me and she does 5 sales, she makes 340, 340, 680, 680, 680. I make 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Is that enough motivation for me to help Brenda make money? It's a lot of motivation right there, right? So that's why this works. So even if you don't have any idea what you're doing, you can say, hey, watch this, and they ask you a question, I don't know nothing, talk to Gio. Because Gio's gonna get paid 2,000 to help you. And then while you do that, you learn and you earn until you get to the level where you don't need an upline anymore. Unbelievable program. Close this. I mean, this is some of the things that I've done. Bought the car of my dreams, shopping all over the world, Amsterdam, Rome, Dubai. I didn't know they drink water in Dubai too. I just found that out, right? And they're paying for it too, like us, right? Crazy, right? I went to Italy, I'm like, you guys drink water? Like, yeah, we drink a lot of water. Look how many people came, and now we have the #1 team in Italy, Romania. This is Italy again, Bulgaria. This is Mr. Ashir, the founder, all amazing people. I spoke in front of 2,000 people in Romania, in Spain. Incredible, incredible this business. I mean, last month we had over 650, I don't even know how many sales we had. We actually made so many sales that the office in Italy had to shut down for 3 weeks, not open to public, just to register the orders. Wow. And I mean, it's crazy what's going on right now. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, this is Arturo, I took him to Hawaii. Dreams, my parents, my beautiful fiance. I asked her to marry me in a rooftop, the best rooftop in Rome with all the view of the Eternal City. Venice, Dubai. We actually bought an apartment in Dubai because of this business. I didn't have money to put gas in the car. Now I went to Dubai. I'm like, let's buy an apartment. I'm about to sell it and flip it. It's already like, I don't want to say anything, but it's crazy, right? So this all because of this business. We're gonna, pay for the whole wedding because of this business. So we're done here, and just so you know, guys, we're doing something special tonight. If you want, we're going to dinner to an Italian place across the street. The chef is Italian from Rome. They usually close at this time. It's gonna stay open just for us. Whoever wants to come is welcome. We're gonna have the whole place just for us. Private chef just for us. Can do whatever we want. It's gonna be fun. Come to meet the family, hang out. You're all invited, and it's not pricey. Don't worry. You can eat for decent price. So I don't want the new people to be like, hey, what do you think, right? What do you think? You want, like, we have all the information, guys. Like, so go back to the person that invited you here and just let them know. I'll make it super simple for you so you don't get a weird question, right? Only talking to the new people now. Go to the person and that invited you and tell them, like, I'm 1, 2, or 3. 1 means thanks but no thanks. This is not for me. It's not such a thing for everybody. Nothing wrong with that. They have to say I don't drink water, I'm already rich. But they should say anything else. Just to make it super easy, say 1. If you have 2, that means, hey, I'm interested. I want to know how to finance it. How do I install it? Well, how does the payment plan work? You just ask some question, get your question answered. And if you're a 3, you're like me. You're like, even if it makes the sunny, like, I'm gonna buy anyway. It makes just sense, right? And if you're a 3, you're about to buy the best product you ever bought in your life, and you're about to join the best team you ever joined in your life. So, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you later.
If you want to learn more, send me a message. Be proactive. Tell me if you're a 1, 2, or 3. Talk to you soon.